And it is hard and extremely sad to believe, but it's been just 1 week since that massive school shooting in Connecticut, and today there will be a lot of time set aside to remember the 20 children and 6 adults who were killed there. Now first, there's going to be a moment of silence all across the country. This is at 9:30 Eastern, 7:30 our time. Also, a lot of major websites are going to go dark for a minute then, and bells at churches here in New Mexico all over the country, they're going to chime 26 times again. This is at 9:30, once for everyone who was killed. Now also, specifically here in New Mexico, Governor Susana Martinez is having another moment of silence at 9:30 our time, and she is declaring today a statewide day of mourning. Well, Santa Fe is also having a special memorial service today to remember Sandy Hook Elementary. It starts at 7:30 this morning. It's downtown at the plaza. A number of people will be speaking there, including a county commissioner, very importantly, teachers. And there will also be a special balloon glow tonight at Balloon Fiesta Park to remember Sandy Hook and raise money for people there. Rainbow Riders is putting on the glow. This is from 4 to 7. Again, it's tonight. It is free. It's open to everyone. Just go in through the north gate, and it looks like at least 30 balloons will be there, and people will be walking around collecting money to go to the families in Connecticut. Elizabeth?
You know, there have been numerous school shooting threats in New Mexico since the Sandy Hook tragedy, but one was serious enough that now has the FBI involved. Authorities say 20-year-old Paulo Nico Peral admitted to posting threats online about killing bullies at Gallup High School, where he went to school 2 years ago. They say he even asked for help on the best assault rifle to use. Officers found weapons in his bedroom, including a bow and arrow, throwing knives, and a BB assault-style rifle. He now is facing federal charges. Funeral arrangements for longtime legislator Ben Lujan have been announced. The New Mexico Speaker of the House died from lung cancer Tuesday night. Public visitation will be held next Thursday at the State Capitol Rotunda and next Friday at the Ben Lujan Gym in Powake. Mass will be Saturday, the 29th, at the Basilica Cathedral of St. Francis in Santa Fe. Governor Susana Martinez ordered that flags be flown at half-staff in honor for this week, starting tomorrow.
It looks like you will not have to worry about getting a passport to fly or go into federal buildings anytime soon. That's because the Department of Homeland Security is once again giving New Mexico an extension to get in line with what is called the Real ID Act. That law is designed to make it harder for terrorists to get IDs, but New Mexico does not meet its requirements, mainly because the state gives driver's licenses to illegal immigrants.
They're still saying Real ID is a reality. It's just not a reality on January 15th, but it is a reality down the road.
Homeland Security says it'll let New Mexico and 36 other states know when they'll have to follow the Real ID Act sometime next fall. We are all going to be paying more, a lot more, for inmates at the MDC to get their methadone now. That's because the MDC's contract with the methadone company it uses just ran out. Instead of wanting just $10,000 a month, it now wants $50,000 a month.
It's the same program, but from what I'm hearing is it's going to be substantially more.
And the jail chief seems thrilled about that there. The MDC is looking at other companies to get methadone from right now. You remember the chief's had just said he wanted to stop giving inmates methadone. Then he changed his mind a few days later.
A person of interest in a recent Albuquerque homicide is now charged with that murder. Police say they've connected 38-year-old Melissa Trombley to the death of Eduardo Quintana. He was found shot to death last month inside a house on Stillwell near Wantabo and Manal. 34-year-old Brian Beard and 32-year-old Jason Nowicki have already been arrested and charged with murder in the case. APD believes Nowicki was actually the trigger man. Now Melissa Trombley, seen here, is not in custody. She's still on the run. Call Crime Stoppers at 843-STOP if you have seen her. Time right now, 5:36. Well, it is December 21st, 2012, and so far, we're still here.
All right, although I officially just learned from Brian, floor director, that the world is not supposed to end until, was it 3:15
today?
Tomorrow, right? Tomorrow morning.
Oh, tomorrow morning. So this would have been the last day.
So this is the last full day. All right. The whole idea that today was supposed to be the end of the world or tomorrow was whatever goes back to the ancient Mayan calendar. Yes. It's become a very serious business for a lot of people, selling everything from emergency kits, flashlights, ready-to-eat meals, even gas masks. Now, those are for the intense folks, the doomsday preppers types, and ones with the video games, and what's that, the movie 2012, that was a horrible movie. Anyway, for others, they are just using this end of the world as a reason to party.
We're expecting a lot of bar patrons to come out tonight. End of the world, probably going to want to tie one on before the world ends. So we came up with a couple specials to tie along with that.
Exactly. Of course, this isn't the first time the world was supposed to end. I think it was back in May. That was the most recent time. And you know, it probably won't be the last. The reason I knocked that movie, the CGI in it is just terrible. And John Cusack's acting wasn't much better. By the way, I do think the apocalypse is killing our computers here at the station. All right, take a look at this right now. It is the official Christmas countdown clock. 3 days, 18 hours, 22 minutes, and 8 seconds until Christmas, until Santa, fat man in a red suit, starts jumping down the chimneys. A lot of people are getting ready for him, and they're getting ready to hit the road for the holidays.
I love this official Christmas clock.
This is really cool. It's on the internet. Rebecca found it for us this morning.
I love that. Well, you know, the good news here is if especially you're traveling this weekend, gas prices are down. In fact, our News 13's David Romero has found a number of gas stations that are hitting $3 or less, and he is live at one of them. You're over off of Lomas and Broadway. Is that right, David?
That's exactly right, Elizabeth. And in driving around town yesterday, I found a number of them along Alameda that are below $3 a gallon for gas. And of course, it's good news if you're here downtown. Like you said, Lomas and Broadway, this one is serving it, or selling it rather, for $2.95 a gallon. And these are some of the cheapest prices that we've seen since February of this year, almost a year ago now. Now, according to AAA, 84 million Americans are expected to hit the roads for the holidays now at this time of year. This is a 1.3% increase from last year, and AAA says that's climbing because of the rising cost of airfare. Now, with the prices at the pump dropping, that leaves more cash for holiday gifts, of course. And the reason for the drop in the price is gas stations are using a winter blend of fuel, and that's a little bit cheaper to refine. And the U.S. is producing more oil than any time within the last 10 years. Now, if you're one of the millions of people heading out on the roads, you want to keep one thing in mind. The further east you go, you're going to find prices dropping a little more. If you're going out west to visit Grandma, you might find them hiking up a little bit. Back to you.
All right, David, thank you so much. And before you hit the road, make sure you are prepared in case you see any inclement weather coming your way. Here's a quick look at those gas prices, too. The average price for a gallon of regular in New Mexico is $3.10. In Albuquerque, drivers can expect to pay $3.02. And in Santa Fe, it gets even better. The average there, $2.99. You can always head to KRQE.com for more on the cheapest gas prices. Click on Gas Tracker.
I love how we're saying gas is cheap at $3 a gallon. I remember a time when it was under $1.
You know what, though? I get excited. Hey, $2.99?
I know.
That's something to
Not
celebrate.
shabby.